Am I the asshole for telling my husband that if Mill is in the delivery room that he can't go? Okay, so this is an issue that I can't deal with. I, 28, am 6 months pregnant. Me and my husband have been discussing who can be in the delivery room. I told him my mother was going to go obviously, and he said he would want his mother to be there. I would be fine that, but the hospital will only let 2 people in. I told him if she went he won't be able to go. He said he was expecting me to get rid of my mother and let him go, but I told him that wasn't happening. We're now in an argument and he said he's going to go to his friend's house. It's been 2 days and he still hasn't returned. He isn't answering my calls either. Now I don't know where he is. AITA. Minor edit. I can see you guys' comments about irresponsible he is, so I will change the locks. I'm texting he shouldn't bother coming back and am highly thinking about getting an attorney. I will update you guys if something big happens. Not the asshole. ABSOLUTLY. Not the asshole. He wants you to bump your mother out of a major procedure for you so that he and his mother can be there. Really? You get the last say on this. You should have the people who will support you there, because you being supported makes childbirth easier and creates better outcomes for you and your baby. If that means your mother is there, that's good for everyone. The fact that your husband doesn't understand that, to the fact that he'd leave his pregnant wife to sleep at a friend's and not answer her calls, tells me he has no clue what childbirth is about. Not the asshole. Wow. You're pregnant and want your mother in the delivery room, so that you can feel safe and secure. He wants your Mill there and you should get rid of your mother. Don't allow him to treat you like this. Stand your ground and talk with your family about this. This is not okay. Not the asshole. The baby is coming out of your body. How will his mum holding his hand help you? Even if he is not there, why should your Mill, a stranger, see your body and see you at your most vulnerable? Your mum is non-negotiable. Your Mill has no right being there whether they let 2 or 10 people in. Don't give in. He is acting like a child and thinks you will fold. Send him a birthing video and say you need your mum more than you need him. Make sure to take a photo of your Mill to show the nurse, reception, security at your labor ward so that she does not try to sneak in. Go to the RJUSTNOMIL sub and get their advice and support too. He's going to be a great dad. SMH. Not the asshole. I think some people have a weird misunderstanding about people in the delivery room and it causes arguments about who gets to be in there. Birth is not a spectator sport, and this isn't about who gets to witness the birth of the child. People in the delivery room are there to support the mother in delivering the baby, so in this scenario your needs are more than important than his, because you are going through what is essentially a major medical event. Info. Is Mill pushing for this, or does husband just want her there? Does Mill know she would be bumping your own mother, and she's fine with that? Or does she have no idea any of this is going on? Just trying to figure out her role in this dysfunctional dynamic. If I found out my son was treating his wife this way in an argument about me, I would be at the hospital, with him, in the waiting room of the because I whooped his grown ass into the dirt. Info. Why does your husband believe having his mother there is not important than having your mother there? Not the asshole. From what I read it sounds like you're okay with your mother-in-law. Maybe call her and have a conversation about it. Could be, if she were a normal understanding human, she wouldn't want to step on toes and be in the room for the birth, especially if it meant her son couldn't be there. But also I do agree with others are saying about hubby. Disappeared for 2 days with pregnant wife at home. Nothing healthy about his behavior. Not the asshole. Where TF is your husband? I would make a welfare check on him. Seriously. By the way, you are the one deciding who is with you. You are the one calling the shots. Not the asshole, although I don't understand why you said, I would be fine that, when it sounds like you really wouldn't be fine with that. Just clearly explain that as the person doing the actual thing, you get to choose the 2 people you want present to help you. If that really is your mother and your mother-in-law, so be it, but if you want your mother and your husband present, say so. It's been 2 days and he still hasn't returned. He isn't answering my calls either. Now I don't know where he is. That doesn't bode well for the next 18+ years of co-parenting a human being. Not the asshole. OMG, this is hard enough for you without him acting like this. He's not the one giving birth, so he's not the one who get to call the shots on this. He should be there and the other person should be whoever makes you feel safe, loved and calm, if that's your mom, friend, sibling, Mill or whoever is up to you to decide. Edit. I don't want to tell you to get a divorce, but this is not okay and he needs to sort out his priorities if your marriage is ever going to work in the long run. Who gets to be in the delivery room isn't a joint decision, it's your decision. This isn't a social event, it's you giving birth, being exposed, vulnerable, and in pain. You are the patient and you alone decide who gets to be present. Shut this down. I will never understand why MILs want to be in delivery rooms, let alone feel entitled to be there. Not the asshole. When he gives birth he can decide who he wants in the room. Time for him to stand up to his mother. I'm pretty surprised you would want her there to begin with. Not the asshole. It's normal to have the father and the maternal grandmother in the delivering room. The fact that your husband automatically assumed your MIL would be in there and expect you to choose her over your own mom is selfish. If he wants her in there so bad, then he can wait outside. Also, he's a child and extra asshole if he ran to his friend's house over this. NTA. Why would you choose his mother over yours? Just have your mum. Not the asshole. It will be your vagina on display in the room. You get to decide who will be there. Period. Labor and delivery is not a spectator sport. The people present should be those the laboring mother wants there, people who will support her. Your husband is a asshole here. Not the asshole. Your husband is being childish and selfish. He isn't the one that needs support in the delivery room, he isn't the one doing any birthing, he doesn't need his hand held. It's you that needs the support and help that you choose, so you get to decide who is there to provide that support to you. Of course you're going to prefer your own mother over his. Not the asshole. You could ask him to get naked and take a huge shit in front of your mum and dad, just to see how he likes it. Going missing like that when your wife is pregnant is a seriously bad thing to do. I would be considering ending the marriage over that. So, let me get this straight. You are giving birth, you want your mother and him there. He, who won't have his privates hanging out, wants his mother and himself and to cut your mother out. Yeah, not the asshole. The only compromise here is no mothers. Or just your mother and he can sit in the waiting room. Next time, he can give birth in front of the crowd. Not the asshole. Your birth, your choice. Trust me, when you're there you're going to want all the support you can get. His actions are childish and he shouldn't even be asking you to get rid of your mom so his mom can go. Obviously you choose you mom over a woman, I'm assuming, you'd known for a few years. Not the asshole. You will be the one delivering, so you are the only one who gets a say in who will be there. End of story. Giving birth is not a spectating sport. Stop calling, texting, trying to find him, that's what he wants and it gives him the upper hand. You are giving birth, your body, not his, so the final decision is yours. What happens if you have a fight close to your due date and he fucks off to buddy's house? Or after baby's born when you argue? You don't have a lot of time to get this sorted. Make sure you let your wishes known to the hospital and your doctor at your very next appointment. You don't want to be dealing with this when you're in labor. Not the asshole. The person pushing the baby out of their vagina gets to choose who is in the delivery room. There is no way in hell I'd want my mother-in-law in there. Although to be fair I also wouldn't want my own mother there. Not the asshole. Congratulations on soon having 2 children to deal with. Not the asshole. At the end of the day, giving birth is not a spectator sport, it's a medical procedure, and despite what your husband thinks, he can say he wants it to be him and his mother all he likes. However, he needs to realize that it's your body, your medical procedure, and you being at your most vulnerable, and who you say goes. It is quite concerning that he's abandoned you at 6 months pregnant and has ceased all contact because you chose your mother and him to be in the room. I'd think long and hard right now about where your future lies from this moment going forward. Good luck. No. Not the asshole. WTF. Why the hell would he think you'd want his mother in the delivery room instead of your own? Not the asshole. See if you can get a 2-for-1 deal on umbilical cord cutting. Not the asshole. But why all be getting babies with men that haven't even grown up? Another Ejefto's COVID babies, I guess. Pandemic is gonna leave us with a lot of sad families, lol. Not the asshole. Your husband is a moron. My thoughts are never, ever call anyone that you are in labor and headed to the hospital. Only start contacting people after the baby is born. No one can show up if they don't know what's going on. That being said, stop chasing after your childish husband, stop the calls and the texts. Maybe he'll grow up and realize he can't leave his pregnant wife without telling her where he is. He'll probably contact you once he realizes that you are not coming after him. You are not the asshole. It's you that is giving birth, you are the patient, you get to choose who is your support system. Not the asshole. You're the one giving birth, it's your decision who is there. Why on earth would he think you'd choose his mother over your own? Your baby's birth isn't a spectator sport. Your mother will be there to support you and help you. She will want to be there to do these things. His mother being there isn't for your benefit. If he is going to his friends in a strop over it, is he even mature enough to be a parent? Not the asshole. What the heck is wrong with him? Why would you want his mother in the room with you while giving birth? And he's chucking a tantrum because his mummy can't be there while a human exits your body. I'd be tempted to not have him or his mother, just have your mum. I bet he won't be much help to you anyway. This has baffled me. He's living on another planet. Why do you want your mother-in-law watching you give birth? It is not a fucking spectator sport. You, not him, need to choose the birth partner or partners who will support you through your labor. It's not about fairness to grandparents over who gets to see the baby born. It is about you, at your most vulnerable, choosing the people to support you when you need it. Your average person does not want their in-laws watching them scream and shit themselves. Not the asshole. Wait, he wants you to kick out your mother to accommodate his mother? And has disappeared over it? Good luck with your marriage and co-parenting. Many of us would be looking for the exit door already. Be careful changing the locks. I would confirm with a lawyer before doing it to see if the way he left can be considered him abandoning the property. If not, unless you owned it before the marriage, it would be community property, and even then he would still need to be evicted. Not the asshole. What a jerk your husband is being. Honestly, at a very emotional time you get to choose who is your front-line support. He can make the choice when he delivers a baby. Not the asshole, but if I was you, I'd just allow my mother in and make everyone else wait at home. He sounds like he will only add stress to your delivery. Sue, not the asshole. I can't really understand his logic. Would like update though. Wish you a happy pregnancy op. Not the asshole. Giving birth is your medical procedure. You get complete control over who is in the room while you have your legs up in the air and are squeezing out a human. And if you don't want your mill present, that's your decision to make, not your husband's. Not the asshole. Why does this come up repeatedly here? You are giving birth. You decide who and who isn't in the delivery room. All your relatives have years to love this child and spend time with him or her. A happy, calm mother greatly improves the birth process. No mother needs the stress of people in a delivery room that she doesn't want there. My mill hinted strongly that she wanted to be there, especially when she found out my mom wasn't going to be there. Bottom line, my feeling was if you weren't there when the baby was made, you weren't there when the baby is born, excepting medical personnel of course. She was salty, but accepted my answer. Not the asshole. Sorry to say you'll have to mother 2 children in the future, first your new baby and next your husband. It's your pregnancy, so it's totally your call who gets to be in there, and most importantly, if anyone needs to be there, it most definitely shouldn't be your mill. Heck, your husband may not be the best candidate too after reading your post. You may want to remind him that right now you're in a vulnerable state, having to fend for you and the growing child, and he needs to be taking care of your needs and not his dumb ego. Maybe you want to talk to Mill too. She might not be the one asking to be present, but just your husband. Dumb idea. This is so weird to me. I'm not American, we have husband, partner only at birth. I cannot imagine having family members watching me give birth. It's so bizarre, but goes without saying, obviously you get to choose who is present. Not the asshole. No, who gets an opinion on who gets to be in the delivery room? The woman giving birth. That's it. Full stop. He doesn't get a goddamn opinion on this. His mother doesn't get an opinion. His friends don't get an opinion. Literally no opinion matters other than yours, unless it is a person declining your invitation to be there. It will be the most vulnerable moment of your life. You should have the person or persons you trust literally with your life with you. Is that your mill? Because it rarely is. Not the asshole. It's not the unveiling of a new building or a graduation. It's your serious medical procedure that will involve your body, your genitals being stretched, your blood and other body fluids, and your labor, pain and recovery. The people that accompany you are your support team. The baby isn't entertaining guests. When he gives birth, he can have his mom there. It's preposterous to ask you to have his mother there as a spectator instead of your mom as support for you. I'm not sure he understands his own role in what's to come. Maybe don't rule out replacing him with a doula if he can't wake up. Not the asshole. I'm not a parent, nor am I in a relationship. But I would definitely look at behavior like this and think, he's going to be a dad and this is the hill he wants to die on. Yikes, op. You should honestly look at his behavior and consider whether or not you want to deal with that on top of carrying and raising your child. Right now, unless he changes for the better, divorcing him would actually be a sensible option. Send him a message, and tell him that unless he is willing to be an adult and talk this out, kicking him out of the delivery room will be the nicest thing you will do to him. This will give him a rather abrupt wake-up call. Not the asshole, so he and his mother get to be there but yours doesn't. In what world is that fair or logical? Not the asshole. First off, you, the person going through a major medical event, get to choose who you want to have present to support you through the birth. It's not a show for spectators, that people compete for the front row tickets. If your mother will be a support for you, then you get to pick her. Period. End of discussion. Second off, you have a much bigger problem than who will be in the delivery room. You are married to and having a child with a man, and I use the term loosely, who is selfish like a toddler and acts like a toddler when he doesn't get his way. If he doesn't grow up fast, you're going to have a hellacious time trying to raise a child with him. Good. Hopefully he'll stay away for the next 3 months, or even 18 years and save everyone some hassle. Don't be that doormat that is so pathetically grateful that you apologize and agree to all his demands when he deigns to return home. This is your body and you are the one giving birth. Not the asshole. Of course not the asshole, but your husband is a jaw one. 1. Who is going to be in the delivery room is the mother's choice and hers alone. It is you who needs someone and it is you need a supporting person. Unless he is pushing a human out of his vagina, he has no say about it too. Leave him be to his friend. Let only your mom to be in the delivery room. Not the asshole. Call a lawyer.